Hi, everybody. My name is Nancy, and I'm going to tell you a story about my life. And it started with plastic surgery, but it didn't start with me. All my classmates have already had plastic surgery. Anything. Their noses, lips, cheeks. Some even managed to pull up something from behind or pump out the sides. In general, it is everyone's business if a person wants. Let her do it, okay. But I say that if I had that kind of money, I would never spend it on all those procedures because I have other goals and plans. For example, I want to buy groceries for home, pay for my mom's medical care, and pay for my little brother's schooling. Yes, I went to a very good school with rich classmates, but don't ask me how I got there. You'll find out anyway, from my story. So I actually have a very poor family. There were times when we sat without food for 2 or 3 days, but I got used to eating little and very rarely to suppress hunger and endure. I was also strongly motivated to get rich, and to do that, I studied hard at school. While my other classmates were trying to measure the size of their wallets, I was counting debts and bills to spread around. Was I sick of that life? Sure, but what could I do? I didn't socialize with many girls, much less the guys. We had the richest and best-looking one in our class, the captain of the basketball team, Jeff. He would date whoever and whenever he wanted, and he had a friend in the class, Alexa, who was also a rich bitch. You may ask why they weren't dating? They actually had a relationship, but it ended quickly. They decided they were better as allies than lovers. Jeff and Alexa are just the perfect couple to create some nasty stuff. For example, I came to school one day and didn't notice that I had a torn t-shirt on the back from the bottom. That day, my little brother cried and said it was his friend's birthday and he didn't have a normal t-shirt. I gave him mine. It was unisex, just white, and when he left, I realized I didn't have any clothes to go to school myself. Everything else was dirty. So I put that on and didn't notice it was slightly torn at the bottom. But of course, Alexa noticed and also drew attention to it. She snagged the hole with her pen as I walked past her to class. The hole got bigger until it almost reached my bra. By then, it was too late. "Wow, let's see what kind of underwear our beggar girl has," she said. In a moment of this undisguised horror, I just turned round and saw the dangling threads of my clothes. Just a second more, and then someone ran up to me. He threw his denim jacket over me and gave me a little hug. I was blushing. He quietly ushered me out of the classroom while Alexa and Jeff yelled back at us that we were a couple of losers. Tears welled up in my eyes, but I tried to hold them back. My classmate Will led me to the backyard, gave me a drink of water, and never said a word. "Thank you. I'm so embarrassed." "What are you embarrassed about?" "For that situation." "I thought you were smarter than that." "What? Sorry?" "How can you feel embarrassed if those people just mocked you? They almost stripped you naked, and you're embarrassed for some reason? Are you serious right now?" It was hard for me to explain to him that poor people have that feeling almost 24/7. And that shame about their existence has a place as well. After all, when you have no money for anything, you feel superfluous in this world. And just try to tell me that happiness doesn't depend on that. Will pulled out a t-shirt from his bag and handed it to me. "What is it? Why?" "It's a t-shirt. It's new. It didn't fit me, so take it for yourself. Or your brother." "Why are you helping me?" "You can just thank me." "You're welcome. I'm out of here. Bye." Will left. In the evening, I texted him that the shirt fit and thanked him again. He asked me to send him a picture, and I took one. "It looks good on you," he said. It was an unexpected compliment, but I was pleased. So we started corresponding. I asked him what he was doing one day, and he told me he couldn't solve a math problem. I was good at math and was the best student in the class. I helped him out very quickly, and the next day we were already drinking juice, walking after class towards my house. I, like many of the kids in my class, was also curious why Will had quit basketball. He used to be the team captain, but now he didn't play any sport at all. My curiosity was tearing me up. Well, I have a question. Let me guess, why did I quit sports? I'm sorry, I guess we're not close enough for you to— I'll tell you if you keep it a secret. Okay. Maybe sometime later. I wasn't upset because I saw a different meaning in that sentence. It meant that my communication with him would continue, and I was not only surprised but also very happy. Little by little, we got closer. We started to sit at the desk together in class. We laughed. He saw me off almost every day, and we became best friends. I couldn't believe that the former star of the class would pay attention to me. One day he asked if I had a boyfriend. I didn't know how to tell him that I'd never had one, and then I thought, what if he asks why? What's the answer? That I was so poor that I couldn't afford a relationship? That I didn't have anyone to go out with, and I often cleaned floors in offices after school to make ends meet? So I answered simply, I recently broke up with someone. You're not a good liar. What do you mean? You've never had one, have you? What makes you say that? I can tell from you that you're not what? What? You haven't been kissed once. My cheeks flushed, and Will got so close that my heart fluttered. What was he doing? Was he going to kiss me? I closed my eyes just in case, and Will told me a secret in my ear about why he quit sports. Why did you close your eyes? I just got something in my eye. Come on, the light's green. I've never been more embarrassed than I was at that moment. Worst of all, Alexa saw it all. She spotted us running into the school, and when we went inside, she was talking to Jeff. I think they were discussing me and laughing. Another day, Will wasn't at school, and Alexa came up to me in the cafeteria. She pushed my tray of food away, and my clothes got dirty. What? Have you decided to introduce our Will now? It's not going to be tooting, she said. I wiped my napkin with a t-shirt Will had given me and told her I didn't know what she meant. Alexa grabbed my juice and wanted to pour more on top of me, but her hand was intercepted by Jeff. He asked her to leave, saying she'd caused enough of a circus. Everyone was surprised by that and froze. Me too, because Jeff never acted like that. He gave me some tissues and apologized for his friend, and then walked me to the bathroom. I'm sorry, she's not herself. She's just having problems at home. Please don't be mad at her, he told me. What do you care about me? I'm just ashamed. You know, I used to be friends with Will. We were inseparable until he disappeared for some reason. I still love him, and it doesn't matter who you are to him. But if he at least hangs out with you, I'm happy. So, thank you. That was nice. I decided to just accept his gratitude. Will was gone the next day and the next. He didn't answer his phone, and I was starting to worry. And then someone rang my doorbell, and I was so excited. But it was Jeff. He suggested I go to Will's favorite places and look for him. He's not home, so I thought maybe you'd come too. I said yes. We drove around all day until late at night, but Will was nowhere to be found. I was getting worried and wanted to go to the police, but Jeff said he did that and that we should just wait it out. As we were sitting at a traffic light, I noticed a camera flash from the next car, but I didn't see who it was. The next day, Will showed up at school. I was so excited to see him. I hugged him and he hugged me back. He told me that he'd been away on business and he'd missed me so much, and I almost melted at his words. But then he pulled out another t-shirt. Bought it especially for you, he said. It was nice. We spent that day together, and in the evening we chatted on the phone. Then a picture of me and Jeff leaked in a chat room with my classmates when we were driving the other day. Will was silent when he saw it. I texted him, but he said he was going to sleep. I noticed the coldness and ignorance behind him. I approached Will myself and asked what was wrong, to which he told me he didn't want to see me anymore. What does that mean? You were doing my homework for me, and now I don't need you to. His words hurt me. I was offended, and in the evening, Jeff came to see me again. "I'll pay you $5,000. Just tell me Will's secret." And I said yes. Why not tell him that Will quit soccer because his girlfriend slept with Jeff and told Will everything? What did I care? He was using me. Another day at the game, when Jeff was in the locker room, he turned to me and announced to the guys that I was about to reveal a secret. I opened my mouth and remembered the shirt that I was wearing. Jeff was already opening his wallet, and I said, "He left because you're a dumb jerk, Jeff." Turning around, I saw Will. He was smiling. I didn't betray him. I couldn't, because that's not how it's done. Will took my hand and apologized on the street, saying he was jealous of me badly. But then he got the truth out of Alexa, who told him that it was her and Jeff's plan to spin me for the truth. Will thanked me and then kissed me, and since then, we started dating.